Then that entire time, it wasn't picking up my audio. Hello, Finn. Welcome to the stream. I don't expect many people to show up here. The usual suspects are not here. Probably busy. It is like a Friday morning, Friday noon, actually. But like, last time I streamed was also like a Thursday noon, and a decent amount of people showed up. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So, usually, this is like the one that I do that's like out of 10, you know, the cool one. This is not that. This is something entirely different. This is, I'm gonna rank them kind of like what I did with this Disventure Camp thing that I did earlier, where it's like overrated or underrated shows. And it's gonna be a lot of fun, because I get to talk about them. I just started, give it time. I wanna chill for a bit, just a few minutes. Hopefully people show up, and if they don't, then that's okay, because they can watch the stream. But it's more fun to argue with people live, you know, it's funny that way. Now on to the potentially hot takes. I'm gonna come watch bad takes. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's like a weird time for Americans. Hello, Quinny. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. So I guess next time I should, like, you know, put the YouTube thing in advance so I can get an audience. But yeah, okay, so let's go random. I'm not gonna look at my screen. Let's go random. Let's go with this one. Okay, One Punch Man. One Punch Man is honestly one of the most overrated things ever. Okay, I'm sorry. It's so overrated. I think it's a good watch if, like, it's your first ever anime. You've never seen any other anime. I remember a lot of people are like, oh my god, Season 2 is so much worse than Season 1. And I was like, really? Like, it seems to be, like, the same. I'm not gonna call it bad. It's not bad. But it's just, like, it's a lot of, like, oh, I'm so overpowered. This is mundane. I'm so bored of my life. This is, like, oh, I'm so bored. Nothing is hard. Nothing is difficult. This is so boring. And I get that that's, like, a cool subversive take on the superhero genre. I get that. But also, one of my first was Psyche-K, which is pretty much the same thing, but also, like, way funnier. I don't know, I didn't find One Punch Man that funny. I got kind of bored watching it, and as people said, the animation got worse in Season 2. I didn't even notice, because I barely got into Season 2, but it was like, doesn't seem that different to me. Like, I don't know. Like, this is one of those shows where I feel like the first season was a slam hit, a cultural phenomenon, and then it kind of fell off. I really, like, I was expecting a lot more, considering how culturally relevant One Punch Man is in, like, you know, my circles, so puts it in. I'm fucking stupid. It's my bad. I'm stupid. Okay, I didn't realize. Thank you, JPEG and Lamau the irony for real. Like, look, I ain't gonna say it's bad. It's not a bad show, but it's like when you recommend something to a first timer, I guess. If I'm like, you know, what Ace Attorney game should you play? I'm gonna recommend the first Ace Attorney game. Like, it's a good game, but it's also like, it's okay, right? It's a good start, but it's okay. Now, for me, that was not my start. I watched it about, like, a year in, and also I just finished Death Note, which was really disappointing to go from Death Note to One Punch Man. But yeah. Sometimes, like, the order of how I watch these things really affects the position. Okay, this one is Toradora. This is one of the most recent ones I watched because of Jenny Benny. I am going to say, I know it is, like, considered one of the most, like, popular slice of life shows. I don't know a whole lot about these things, by the way. I'm kind of rambling. I don't have a lot of research done. I know this is, like, one of the most popular, but it's also, like, you know, it's very underrated, I feel. I feel like it's beautiful. It's one of the first slice of lives where I didn't feel like dying, I guess. It was just really cute, really wholesome. The characters are so lovable. The comedy is great. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I feel like having a small cast is really good. Some of these shows have really big casts, and it sucks, because you don't get to know a lot of the characters. I feel like having only 5 main characters, technically 4, like, one of them you don't really get to know that well, but, like, you know, having a cast of 5 is genius. That is, like, the perfect amount, I think. If you have too many, it overbloats the show, unless you have a shitload of episodes, but having 5 characters is, like, perfect. Hello, insert username. Do Studio Ghibli shows count as anime? Yeah, they all count. One Punch Man's weird, it's really overrated, but doesn't feel like a classic, so yeah. No research needed, all we need is your honest opinion. Yeah, well, I think it's underrated. Toradora deserves more love. It's Jenny's favorite, but that's because he's a simp. But it's really good. It's really good. I know Miranda loves it, Imaru loves it, Leo loves it. A lot of people love this show, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why. I think more people need to see the show, if anything. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Erased. Erased. I'm sorry, Erased is so overrated. Like, even the people who like Erased, even the fans, acknowledge that a lot of it is, like, an acquired taste. And ultimately, that's what my opinion's gonna be for most of these. It's an acquired taste. Erased is a cute story about a son and his mother, and he kind of has time-traveling powers, but it doesn't really expound on that. And, like, he has cool friends, but some of them, they appear in, like, 1 or 2 or 3 episodes and then never show up. It's also kind of a murder mystery, but, like, you know who it is. You know who it is from the episode the person is introduced, right? The ending is kind of blech. And, like, even the son and mother dynamic is... I feel like it's undercooked. I feel like it's there, it's good, but it's not frequent, right? And that's just not my cup of tea. It's like, I don't know, like, Shaw and Jenny love this show. I'm like, it's overrated. I'm not gonna say it's extremely overrated, because even the Erased fans, from what I've seen, they have comments, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Again, it's a show with a mother character. I like mother characters, but this one was like, okay, I mean, she's cool, she's nice, but, like, I don't know. Next up, we have... Let's see, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Full Metal Alchemist, sorry. Full Metal Alchemist. It's slightly overrated, and I know that's weird, because it's really good. But, like, I don't know. I think it's overrated. It is a really good shonen show. It's a bit... I'm not gonna say it's by the numbers, because it's not. It has the problem where there are too many goddamn characters sometimes. I feel like there are too many characters, and that really lessens the weight. They're really good characters, but I feel like if you cut, like, 2 or 3 of them, then that would be better. You get to know them a little more. It's 64 episodes. I feel like its runtime isn't used as good as it could have been. I'm not gonna say it's a bad show. Like, again, what I like about the overrated underrated tier list is that, like, I can be honest with even, like, my favorite shows. Like, I know, like, Spy Family, I love Spy Family. I'm probably gonna put that in overrated. Like, I love that show, but it is overrated. This show, very good show, but it's a little overrated. I'm gonna be honest. Hello, Acxeleon, welcome. The ending is so bad you couldn't use a word to describe it. Weren't you all down in the dumps when people died in it? No, that was... Okay. Spoilers for FMA. No one really dies in that show. That was more of a bit. No one actually dies in that show. Look, it's like Lord of the Rings, where it's like, the heroes win, the bad guys lose. That's a big spoiler, but it's like, no one really dies in that show, okay? Like, it's... No one really dies in that show. Hello, Buttricks. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're happy. Let's go with The Promised Neverland. I think it's fairly rated. Alright, Season 1... Sorry, let me rephrase it. The only season of The Promised Neverland, that is hype as fuck. It is really good. There's so much suspense. The mystery is great. The teamwork, the characters is great. The dynamics are great. Like, it's kind of like the Death Note thing, where they all have, like, strategies, and they're trying to one-up each other. It's so good. There's, like, double crosses and world building. I'm sad it never got a second season, of course. Season 1 was hype as hell. I loved it. This is one of the only shows I binge-watched in, like, one day. Granted, it was only 12 episodes, so it was kind of easy to do, but it was that compelling. I remember I had a day at school, but I watched, like, all 12 episodes, or maybe not all 12 episodes, but most of the episodes, just because it was so hype. It is fairly rated. I think everyone has seen it, loves it. I don't think it's overrated. I think it is, like... You might want more. The biggest problem is that it leaves you wanting more, and there is no more, because there's only one season. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. I'm gonna go get some water really quick. I don't know why. Sorry if my mic is kind of close, by the way. That is not my intention. If my mic is destroying your eardrums. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. Who's to say? Who's to say? Let's see. What's next? What's next? What's next on the list? Let's go with this one. What is this one? I can't see. My eyes are... Oh, Skate. Okay, Skate is super underrated. Skate is so good. It is so clean. It is so crisp. I went on the Reddit, and I saw there was, like, barely any people. I'm like, why? Why does this show have barely any fans? This is, like, beautiful. It's only 12 episodes. The animation is the best animation of any show I've seen. It is beautiful. I'm sad that there's still no season 2, but it will come eventually. It's happening eventually. The characters are great. I love how... It's gonna sound kind of sus, but I love how gay it is. It's just awesome. It makes me interested in skateboarding. I love the characters. I don't know. It's just... I'm sad that it's not as well known. It's a really beautiful show. Everyone go watch that show. It's one of the greats, I think. Like, it's not like, I'm not gonna say it's in my top 5, but it's a really like solid, like 9 out of 10. It's really good. Go watch Skate. Underrated, very underrated show. Fate State Night. It's very overrated. The show is so overrated. I want to put it extremely overrated. People say like, go watch Fate. It's so good. It's so good. I'm like, you don't need to. It's fine. Like, I think some of these shows will be like, nostalgia is talking, and that's fair. Okay, look. I will admit that some shows that I like, like Total Drama, for example, are a bit like, nostalgia is carrying them. Okay, like objectively, I'm like, they're not as good as I make them out to be, but this one is like, I watched it. It was like, it's good but generic. It's tropey. If you like D&D, you'll probably like it more than I do. I'm like a newbie to D&D, so like I don't really get it, some of the stuff that happened. But like it's okay. If you want like a fantasy show, go for it. But like, I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just overrated. I thought like I did like, there's no show other than one show. There's only one show on this list that I had like a bad time with. I had a good time or an okay time with most of these shows. But yeah, Fate overrated. Put your glasses on if you can't see. I just small. I don't know what to say. It's just fucking small as hell. What's this one? Akudama Drive. This one is slightly overrated. And it's slightly overrated because of one group, because of Danganronpa fans of Mr. Kodaka, who made the Danganronpa games. People usually like his work, and his work's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but this one is very like, imagine the most stereotypical thing. Imagine an AI got Kodaka, who wrote Danganronpa, the Danganronpa guy, and made a show. This is probably what that show would be. I'm not saying there's no style. There is style. It's not AI, because there is style, but it's very like stereotypical. Everything you expect to happen in this kind of show will happen. You have characters who have cool concepts, but I feel like with 12 episodes, you really have to balance out the screen time. This show doesn't really do that. There's some times where I'm like, I wish I got to know this character more. We only have 12 episodes. Let's get to know them a bit better. It doesn't really work that way. And to be fair to some of them, that's kind of the point. But it's like, I don't know. There's like so many fight scenes. I'm like, you could have used this for character building moments. And like, I ain't gonna say don't watch it. It's a very stylistic show, but it's kind of like the Kodaka guy. He makes stylistic games, but some of them are very like weak. Okay, it's kind of like the Joker movies. Okay, the Joker movies. They are like, they look like they have a message, but they don't really have a message. That's this show. Like, it's trying to say something, but it doesn't really say anything. It's not really trying to say anything at all, right? It's very like, be a good person, don't be corrupt. And it's like, okay, are we gonna go deeper than that, or is that just it? Just don't be a bad person. Like, are we gonna go deeper with our themes? It's like, no, that's not usually what the Kodaka guy does, so I don't really expect it. But like, if you like Danganronpa, cool. It's slightly overrated. I've seen people praise it, and I'm just like, you just like Danganronpa. Same with Raincoat. That game sucks, but like, Danganronpa. So what's next? Okay, Madoka Magica. Look, I didn't get it, but that's because I don't know much about the magical girl genre. I'm not gonna pretend that I get it, because I don't get it, but that's okay. It's not for me. It's not for people like me, and that's okay. I think it's fairly rated. People like it. People like Benji like it, and you know what? If he can like it, then that's good. I trust Benji. Seems to be a lot of praise. People say it's a good genre subversion. As someone who's never seen the original take on the genre, I don't quite get it, but good characters, good twists. There were moments that I was like, whoa, this is not cutesy. Then again, I did go into it knowing it's not cutesy. I want to say fairly rated. I can't judge too much. It's a shame some animes only get one season, makes characters feel underutilized, or leaves you wanting so much more to do. There will be a show that I will get to eventually where I comment on that, but Akudama Drive, my biggest criticism is that they knew they were going to have one season. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe they would have a second season, but like, for the most part, they knew they were only going to have one season, and they didn't use the screen time that well. I think something like The Promised Neverland uses screen time pretty well, but Akudama Drive, not so much, right? Not so much. Next up on the... Like, especially if it's not from a manga. Like, Akudama Drive was not from a manga. You think that because it doesn't have those restrictions, they would be able to organize itself a little better. Fairly rated because it's a damn classic. I don't know where to put it. Hello, Benji. Welcome to the stream, by the way. This one. What's this one? Bacano. This one is the one that Miranda and Broske like. I think it's so underrated. It's so good. It bombed in 2007. Apparently, no one saw it, or barely people saw it, and that's because it's like I don't want to say. It's like out of chronological order. It's one of those shows where it's like you're not gonna get it unless you binge watch it in a row. If you watch it week by week, it's just gonna make no sense. It's out of order. There's a bajillion characters. It's recipe for disaster if you have to watch it week by week. Like, that's not fun. But if you can binge watch all of it, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's good. It's very underrated. Like, the Reddit is dead. There's like 0 video essays on it. Okay, no, that's not true. There's like a few video essays on it. Not as many as you'd think. And it is kind of dead. It never got a season 2, even though the manga is like pretty long running, actually. But yeah, no, Bacano is very underrated. It's I'm not gonna say it's like amazing, but it's great. It's great. Most people, okay, no, I can't say it's an acquired taste. I feel like most people are gonna be like, I don't get it, because yeah, it's out of order. It's very confusing. I needed a character guide because there's so many goddamn characters and they all have the dumbest names ever. But when I had that guide with the characters' names, I was like, okay, I get it now. Maduck fairly rated. You're on my good side. Yeah. Very underrated. What's next? What is next? Place your bets, friends. Skip and Loafer. Oh man, that's a very underrated show. I don't know if it's popular. It never got dubbed, so maybe it wasn't that popular. But like, I've seen some discussion on it. It's a very wholesome show. It's not. You know what? No, I've seen a lot of like popular video essays on it. It's slightly underrated. It does get love. I ain't gonna lie, it does get love, but it deserves more love. It is so clean and crisp and wholesome, but without being like goody-goody. You know, it's not like Ted Lasso where it's all goody-goody and shit. There's like dark stuff there. But for the most part, I don't know, it just speaks to me. It's about like, you know, a girl who moves away from her home and also joins theater, which are two things that I very much relate to. But even then, even the characters being like, you know, kind of naive and stuff, I was like, yeah, this is like a very comforting show. I can imagine this is a Broske show, honestly. It's like a girl from the country going to the big city. I'm like, that's what Broske's life, you know. He'd love that. Wouldn't surprise me either way, Finn. Are you using a wheel or blind? I'm blindly picking. I don't know. I'm a little tired, as you can see, because I did spend like 5 hours working on the schoolwork. But you know, I wanna hang out with the goobers for a bit, you know, just to talk about some stuff I like. ReZero. Okay, ReZero is slightly overrated, I'd say. It's like, it's very basic isekai. Like, if you want the most... Okay, that's not true. It's not basic isekai. That's not true. It does do cool stuff with time and character dynamics, and it does subvert some of the usual tropes. I'm not going to deny that. Granted, I don't know the usual tropes because I don't know isekai that well. Again, like, it's weird to say, but I'm still a newcomer. I've only watched this stuff for like a little over a year now, which is like, that's still a long time. I'm not gonna deny, but like compared to most people where they've been watching it since they were, you know, anime since they were like what, like 12, 10. It's like, you know, I started when I was 22. You know, I was already very old. It does a lot of cool stuff. It does a lot of really cool stuff. But again, it does hit that problem that I have where they introduce way too many goddamn characters. And because it originated in manga, and maybe in the manga you get to spend more time with the characters, you don't really get to do that in the show. So they're just a bajillion characters, and you don't remember half their names, and it's just really frustrating. And the characters are cool when it's like a cast of like 7, but when it gets to like 20 different characters from different kingdoms, and it's like you gotta save the world, it's like, okay, that's a bit much. That's my problem with MHA as well, where when it's like smaller scale stuff like tournaments or school festivals or just bonding, field trips, that's cool. I love that. But when it's like, you know, big stakes, save the world, fight the evils, it's like, can we just go back to the small stuff? Like, I like that, you know. Keep it like a more personal story than a save the world kind of story, you know, more character focused than plot focused. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you gotta have a good plot. And I feel like the plot here is like, it's a war, and maybe people like that, they have good tactics, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like a lot of protagonists that Jenny likes because they're perverts. You know, like, if they're funny, then good, but like, this guy, he's kind of perverted. He's okay, he's not like a degenerate. He's like, I don't like this protagonist. He's a little too boring for me. I think Jenny probably likes him, I don't know. Waiting to hear your thoughts on Freddie Mercury since... Well, it's not here. Great Pretender is not on this list, because I haven't finished watching it. I can't judge it. I haven't finished watching a season of it. Sorry, I don't need to finish the show. I just need to finish watching a season to judge. You know, I'm fair like that. Higurashi. Oh, boy. This is Broski's fate. I'm gonna say Sako. I'm gonna say very overrated. And here's why. Here's why. Because, like, that's probably weird, because it's not a very well-known show. Okay? And Broski will probably get mad at me. But... it's so overrated, okay? A lot of people are like, this is the greatest visual novel ever. Next, you know, if you're like an Ace Attorney fan or Danganronpa fan or a Zero Escape fan, you're gonna love Higurashi. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if this was like 2008, then yeah, sure. But like, it's not 2008 anymore. You know, we've grown past a lot of Higurashi. And again, Higurashi has a lot of stuff Brosuke likes, the small town trope, which I'm like kind of meh on. Not trope, sorry, setting. And it's like, it's a mystery, but it's a very obvious mystery, where it's like, I don't know, I feel like an Ace Attorney fan would not like this show. The characters are cool. They're better in the visual novel, of course, because you have way more time with them. The anime, you don't get a lot of time with them. But like, I don't know, people are like, yeah, go, if you love Ace Attorney, go watch Higurashi. And I'm like, if you're saying this in the 2020s, no, hell, if you're saying it in the 2010s, then it's already kind of iffy. But saying it in the 2020s, it's like, that's so late. That's so late. It's a good show. I'm not going to deny that. But it's like, I don't think this is what you should say is like the greatest VN adaptation or a great like successor to Ace Attorney or Danganronpa, just because like there's like some vague mystery shenanigans going on. Right, the characters are great though. The characters, you will love the characters. But yeah, very very overrated Higurashi in my opinion. What's next? I think we're not halfway done, but we're getting there. We're getting halfway done. No, we're not. We're like 7 away from being halfway done. Mob Psycho is very... I don't know what happened there. Where did Mob Psycho go? Where did I put it? Mob, where are you? Where are you?
I lost him. I don't know where he went. Ah, crap. This is embarrassing. I lost Mob. What did I do? Did I delete him from existence? Oh, no. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Slightly underrated. It's a good show. You will get sensory overload, though. There are a lot of colors and stuff like that. It's a very good show. It's a little, like... I'm not going to deny it's a little ugly. Not as ugly as Ippo. Ippo is a really ugly show. Jesus. But it's wholesome. It's really like... It's a guy with, like, psychic powers, but not really, like, a Psyche... He's more like... Okay, if I'm Psyche, then Daniel is Mob. Right? And it's great. He's like an INFP. He's really shy. He's really... sad, he has like an older brother, he's very kind, and there's like a Saul Goodman type character. It's a lot of stuff that is popular, but it's not nearly as popular as you would think. And I think it needs to be more popular. This is like a really underrated show that that like I don't know, it's very uniquely animated compared to some of these shows where they they look samey, I guess. Mob Psycho is like very beautiful, but maybe if you get a seizure from it. I don't know. You lost Mob Psycho. It's really good. Go watch it. If you like INFP boys, then there you go. This is the show for you. He's cool. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. One heck of a guy. One heck of a guy. Okay, Classroom of the Elites. I like this show, but I think it's overrated. And that's weird, because it's not that popular. But I think even though it's not that popular, I still think it's overrated. I think there are problems with it that, because it's a very like numerical, quantitative numbers kind of show, you can't really do that in an anime compared to a manga where it's like, oh, you can keep track of the numbers because there's like statistics on every page or whatever. You can't really do that in the show. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gaining 5 points. I'm going to gain 5 points. You're going to lose 10 points. Oh, this guy is going to like lose 500 points. You can't really keep track of that. And that does lose some of the stuff. And it's, again, it has that Death Note Promised Neverland quality where it's like characters are constantly double-crossing and one-upping each other. And that's cool. But it's like, I don't know. It also has the problem with having way too many fucking characters. And a lot of them have like really not memorable names and not memorable designs and not memorable personalities. So a lot of them kind of blend together in your head. It's just like, again, it's just like, it's I don't know. It's an interesting concept, but it probably does better in the manga than the anime. I feel like it doesn't translate that well because it's so oriented on like numbers. Is the mob not popular? Last I checked, Ronald Reagan is a sexy fan. I don't know. From what I've seen, it's like it's popular, but it's not like that popular, especially compared to fucking One Punch Man or another show that ends with man that I'll get to when I get to it. Yeah, I think I like. Yeah, I like this tier list because I like. If I like something, I can still call it overrated. You know, even if I like something. Speaking of something I like that's overrated, it's Spy Family. I love Spy Family, I really do, but it's overrated though. I love it. It's one of my favorites, but I won't deny it's very overrated. It's very wholesome. It's very cute, but it was everywhere. Like it was like Squid Game, where it was just it took the world by storm. If it takes like Filipino college kids by storm, you know it's mainstream. Because Filipino college kids are really like obscure or uninformed with pop culture, but like it reached that level of magnitude. And I think that's awesome because like I got to see people wearing the cosplays and wearing the merch and all that, and that was really cool. But like I think it's overrated. I feel like a lot of people know the concepts. You know, one's an assassin, one's a spy, and one's a psychic. That's cool, but like they don't know the show. They like it because of the aesthetics. Because like Anya and Lloyd and Yor all are cool, but like they don't. They're like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I know what they are, but I don't know what they are. You know. And then on top of that, right? On top of that, when season 2 and the movie came out, a lot of those same people who were wearing the merch, they were like, I haven't seen it. I don't know what that is. Wait, that continued? I thought it was just a one-time thing. And it's like, it doesn't have staying power. That's what I'm worried for, is that the hype died down. Like, it was big in 2023, man, maybe even earlier than that. I know Shaw was actually really early to the party. She was, like, cosplaying Yor in 2021. That was before the big boom. That's what I'm worried about, is that, like, Spy Family might have too many eggs in its basket. It thinks it's really, really huge, but the market has gone down, I think. I love that show, but man, it is overrated. Spy Family is one of my favorites, but it is overrated. It's overrated. It's a really good show, but I don't know. I think that the market is slowly dying out, and it makes me sad because I wish that Spy Family lasts like 10 seasons. 10 seasons and 5 movies, but that's probably not going to be the case. It's probably going to die after season 4. Maybe season 3 even, if we're being pessimistic. I really don't want it to, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to have the staying power that I want it to have. Fingers crossed, though. Hope for the best, though. Next up, Buddy... Okay, of course, Spy Family Buddy Daddies in a row. Buddy Daddies is so underrated. This is like... I'm not even... Okay, maybe because I just heard about it, and it's the most recent one, I don't have a lot of research done on it. I see it on the occasion... And most people call it gay Spy Family, which I disagree. I don't think it's gay Spy Family because it's not gay. It's gay coded. Okay, if it's gay, then they would like kiss and hug and stuff, but it's not. It's gay coded, and it's cool. It's cool that it is gay coded, but it's technically not gay. Like let's not like claim it's better than it is. Okay, or like Disadventure Camp, that's gay, but Total Drama. Oh wait, no. Okay, Total Drama Modern Seasons, that's gay, but Total Drama the Classic Seasons, that's gay coded. Right? Does that make sense? They don't like kiss or hug or have, you know, the natural obligations or anything like that. Buddy Daddies is very underrated. It's so good. It is popular, but it needs to be more popular. It's only 12 episodes. It's the perfect 12 episode show. I agree with you, Quinny. It is so wholesome, and it needs to be remembered. And it's such an easy watch too. Like I didn't watch it all in a row, but that's because the anime sites were lagging for the last few days. But it's really an easy watch, I feel. It ends pretty definitively though, so there's never going to be a season 2 most likely. But it's very like a full package. It feels like we're not leaving anything out. I think that's the benefit of most like anime originals. You can't really leave anything out compared to something that's adapting from a manga where stuff is very easily left out. You can't really leave anything out, you know. And I think Buddy Daddies is so much better because of it. Because it literally cannot leave anything out. It is extremely underrated. I never met a Buddy Daddies fan. Oh, you met me. You know, I fucking that's like 11 out of 11. That is like third favorite show. It might even be second favorite show. I'm not gonna lie. I might put it over Spy Families. We'll discuss that in December when I do the other stream with the ranking every anime I saw. Right. It might be better than Spy Family, which might be a really fucking hot take. But it's really good. It's really quite good. Okay, next up, what is this? Oh no. Oh no. A Kill. It gets a lot of hate, and I'll tell you what, it's still overrated. It deserves more hate. That show is awful. That show is so bad. I'm sorry. It's for edgelords. People say Danganronpa is for edgelords. No, A Kill is for edgelords. That it is so edgy, but it's not. It thinks it's deep. It's not. The first 16 episodes, about 16 episodes, are like, you think you have the promise of being good. You look at it and you're like, this is promising. This is like Game of Thrones. It's like, there's gonna be an amazing payoff. There is no payoff. It's to a point where when characters die, you're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, they died. Too bad. You're not even sad. You don't even feel anything. You're just like, oh, okay, I guess they died. You don't know the characters. They introduce too many goddamn characters. You barely know them. It tries so hard to be the edgiest thing possible. Just randomly, I'm not gonna say it on stream, but it's just really inappropriate stuff. It just comes out of nowhere, and the villain is just dominatrix, and it's like, look at me, I'm sexy. It's like, shut up. Okay, you're not like, you can't replace depth with sexiness. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, you know, I mean, hot take. Jenny will probably like that show. Jenny probably loves that show. There's the hot take. That's not a hot take. Okay, people hate this show, and I still think it's overrated. People hate this show. I'm happy. Like, I've seen so many video essays, so many Reddit posts where people are just like, this show sucks. And I'm like, yes, I agree, and I still think it's overrated. There's no redeeming the show. People are like, the manga's better, and I'm like, okay, maybe, but like, it's still so edgy. Like, your main character is just sexy for the sake of being sexy. It's like, you just have a Celeste villain, and it's like, okay, at least she's the villain, but like, still, it's like so anticlimactic half the time as well. I don't like this show. This show is awful. It's the worst show I've seen by a wide margin. The longest time, you said you really didn't like. No, I fucking hate this show. This show is for edgelords. This show is for edgelord people who go to school wearing like Nightmare Before Christmas, and they like. Why am I acting drunk? I'm not drunk. I'm just tired. I need to shower after this. But yeah, no, it's for fucking edgelords. Edgelords. Oh god, what's even next?
What are we gonna do next? Let's do this one. What is this one? Is this MHA? What is this? Oh, Delicious in Dungeon! I love Delicious in Dungeon. It is so good, but I won't deny it's slightly overrated. I won't deny it's one of my favorites again, but it's a little overrated. And I'm not saying that because I'm a hipster and I'm like, oh, I need my favorite shows to be like underground, fucking obscure shit. I'm not saying that. But I do think that there are stuff that there's great stuff about it. You know what? Nah, you know it's fairly rated. It's popular, but it's not like mega popular. It's on Netflix. It has cool voice actors, Prozed and Emily Rudd, who plays Nami in One Piece live action. I think I haven't seen the show yet. You know, the voice acting is great. The scenes are great. The arcs are beautiful. The characters are so likable. It does peter off a bit towards the end, but it's like, you know what? It's setting up for season 2. I'll forgive it. It's like, man, it's nostalgic, even though I don't have nostalgia for it. I think it's fairly rated. Delicious in Dungeon is like, chef's kiss. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful show. MSG isn't kicking. It might be. That might be why I have like a small headache. Akame Kill sucks though. You're an edgelord. You're an edgelord. You probably like Akame Kill. Fuck that show. It's fine. Fuck you. Eat my ass. Assassination Classroom is slightly overrated. I think it's good. I think characters are good. I think that you learn a lot. There's a lot of lore. There's a lot of like fun school stuff. I like that. It has the problem of having too many goddamn characters. Now, to be fair, unlike MHA or ReZero or FMA or what's the other example on my list? What's another example? Another example. I forgot what it was. Classroom of the Elite. It doesn't try to develop. Like some of them are just there. That's fine. Like if you have like this one guy, he's the character of the week. We're gonna focus on him for one episode. He has a day in the limelight, and that's it. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But there are like 25 students, and it only really focuses on like 3. And that's my problem. Is that like you'd think for having such a sparse world, you'd have like some supporting characters. I feel like you're either main character or your background character, and like maybe you're like a slightly more relevant background character, but there's no supporting characters. That's the problem. The teacher's really cool though. The teacher's awesome. This is the only anime I saw in sub, by the way. When I had the option for dub, I saw it in sub because I didn't. This was like the first I actually saw. I think it's slightly overrated though. It's a good watch, but it's a little overrated. Classroom of the Elite, Miss Toradora, but it's okay. Toradora was one of the first one I thought I ranked. The simp we all know and love. I like Classroom of the Elite. It's not trying to develop too many characters. Again, like all the examples I listed, and I can appreciate it for that. But at the same time, it's like when they say like, "Oh, let's go to Ishuku," I'm like, "Who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is." And they're like, "Oh yeah, this is the important character." I'm like, "Is he? I don't know who that is because you didn't develop him." But I like the teamwork. I like the ending. It's a great show. Great lore. I might be biased because this was the first one I saw in my journey, so maybe I have some attached. Jesus Christ, I started my journey like a year ago. Jesus, over a year ago now. It's crazy, but yeah, no, overrated. All its takes have been really good, like really, really good. Yeah, you know what my favorite one is? Fucking this one. This one's my best take because it's fucking fuck the show. The show's awful. It still gets hate. It's still awful. Little Witch Academy. I can't rank this one because I didn't really finish it. I don't even know why it's on the list. That's like I don't know why Kill la Kill's also on the list. I didn't really finish it. I plan to one day, but not right now. Where's Kill la Kill? It's somewhere here. Did I not add Kill la Kill? Where's Kill la Kill? I don't know where it is. Did I not add Kill la Kill? Am I blind? Did I not add Kill la Kill? I guess I did. That's fine. I didn't finish Kill la Kill or Little Witch Academy. I only got to like 5 episodes. So I can't really rank this one. So I'm just gonna put it in fairly rated because I don't know. I don't know. I can't rank it. I can't rank this one. I don't know why it's on here. Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden is, I think it's fair. I think it's actually fair. I don't think it's like really bad or really good. I think that the problems that exist, people acknowledge the problems. People are like, this character is kind of bland, she's the main character, and she's just kind of static, and on one hand, that's kind of the point, so that's fine. And also, people see it, so it's like, okay. I think people are like, oh, the movie is really good, you know, the manga is really good, and it's like, okay. So it's like, it's loved, but people see the flaws, and I think I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that for what it is. Stop losing the anime in your list. I didn't put fucking Kill la Kill, I guess. I might be missing something. If that didn't load, then I might be missing something, but that's fine. Let me quickly look at my my list, my hit list of shows. Okay, I'm just gonna get this one out of the way because I don't even remember if this is the normal. I'm just gonna put this in over it. I don't like this series. I don't like Fate. Yeah, I just don't like it. Like, same arguments with these two shows. They're basically the same show, except one is slightly better than the other, but I still think they're overrated. By the way, for this one, Junji Ito collection, I defined the least scary pic, because I don't want to scare my viewers. I defined, like, the least scary image, and this is, like, this is what it was. I know it looks a bit demented, but this guy's the comic relief character. It's great. Junji Ito collection is fairly rated, because people are like, the animation is bad, and, animation is not good. And it's not as scary as it should be, and stories are kind of cut short. They're kind of circumcised, and I'm like, yeah, that's accurate. It still spooked me, but that's because I'm a weenie. It wasn't like a super scary show. You will get like some chills. You're like, ooh, that was unsettling, but you won't be like, and I think people understand that, yeah, it's not a great adaptation. So yeah, fairly rated. Fairly rated. Wouldn't scare us. We love you, Gooby. Fuck you. Screw you. I'm not gonna say fuck you. I'm sorry. How many left? We got a lot left, actually. I feel like we're over halfway done, though. Oh God. Okay. The devil is a part-timer. Okay. I want you guys to think about the concept. Okay. It is so funny. It is a devil working in McDonald's. Okay. It's the devil working in McDonald's. That is so funny, and yet I think it's not nearly as funny as it should be. I think that, again, Broski recommended the show. This was one of his first recommendations ever to me. I think he only has like two or three in this list, but honestly, Devil's a part-timer. It's like it's like 2013 humor, like Rage Comics, and like silly stuff like Grumpy Cat. You know, like if that's your humor, if you're like still in the 2013 era, 2012 era, you probably have a good time. I'm not gonna say you have a bad time. It's okay. Like, the characters are funny. Okay, it's goofy. It's not that goofy, but it's still goofy. And I did get bored at times, even though Satan working at McDonald's is a very funny idea. But I still think it's underrated. I still think it doesn't get as much love as it needs to. Even though I don't love it that much, I think it's underrated. I think it deserves more love. That's my hot take. Yeah, he's working at McDonald's. He's the devil. It's fairly rated and pretty shit. Hopefully we'll do the Junji Ito stories better in the future. I mean, I don't know, Uzumaki kinda didn't do well. Take me back to 2013. I don't know, man. What's it called? Fucking Satan working at McDonald's. There's good stuff for everyone. You know? There's good stuff for everyone. What's next? Oh, okay. Toradora. No, sorry. Konosuba. I get those two mixed up. They have, like, similar names. Konosuba. I must say, it is, it's slightly underrated. I think it gets a lot of shit. It gets a lot of shit because, you know, it's, like, you watch episode 1, and the girl is not wearing underwear. You watch the episodes, all of the girls, like, their bosoms are all, like, bouncing up and down, alright? That's a big turnoff for most people. And I'm not gonna, like, defend it, but I will say, a lot of people think it's trash, and I'm like, no, if you want trash, watch Akame ga Kill, that's trash. But also, it's, like, satirizing and parodying isekai shows, you know, like the ReZeros and the I don't know enough isekai shows to make fun of it, of the world, right? And it's funny, okay? It's like funny RPG, and that's great. You know, I like it when people make fun of stuff, like Psyche. That's great. Like Psyche is great. Make fun of the tropes. Every character is just incompetent as fuck, and horny as fuck, and maybe that's weird. But I think it's underrated. I think that it gets a lot of shit, and I don't think it deserves a lot of that shit. I think, like, if you view it as this is just fucking stupid, then you'll probably have a decent time with it. Like, they have a goal, and they are nowhere near close to that goal, and I think that's the funniest thing ever. Like, they are just so fucking stupid. It's great. I'm still sad about Uzumaki. I got to read the manga. The manga's amazing. You're amazing. I'm kidding. There are two takes here that I'm trying to avoid because I know you're gonna have some poop to say. Yeah, Genesis excited when you said Toradora. Yeah, Toradora is for like horny people, and that's fair. But also, I think it gets more shit than it needs to. There's a lot of shows like Akame ga Kill. I need to stop bullying Akame ga Kill. Right? I don't have a punching bag. Akame ga Kill is the only thing I have to a punching bag. It's like the closest thing I have to a punching bag. I'm still sad about Uzumaki too. Yeah. I don't want to see it because I saw the animation and it looks fucking terrifying, and I'm a weenie, you know? I'm a big fucking weenie. Clannad! Oh man, Clannad is... If I want to be extremely reductive, if I'm going to just reduce things to atoms to be their most basic form, you know, kind of like protons and neutrons and all that shit, Clannad is just long Toradora, if I'm being the most reductive human being ever. But it's more than that, because it's great. There's a lot of characters. It's a harem show, okay? I'm not, like, it's a fucking harem show. Most of these shows are harem shows, but this one is, like, the most harem-y harem show of them all. And it's still good. Like, I do think it's overrated, though. It's a visual novel, and people say it's one of the best visual novels, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe, but maybe I'm just not in that demographic. It's cute, though. It's very cute, but I think it's overrated. I think it has too many goddamn fans. You know, that say, like, it's good, you just have to wait, like, 200 hours. And it's like, okay, if I have the patience for it, then sure. And I did have the patience to watch 50 fucking episodes. This is, like, one of the longest shows I saw, 50 episodes. So I had a good time with it, but I think it's overrated. It's like... Okay, there's one character that is the funniest character in most of these shows, and it might be because of the dub. And I watched it because of him, because he's so funny. He's great. He's the dad character of one of the girls. And he's just so stupid. It's like, it's so funny. I'm like, this guy's great. There are very few characters that I will be like, yeah, this guy, he's great. And that guy is one of the characters. And Broske will be like, he's literally me. And I'm like, no, it's not literally you, Broske. That's why Genesis likes it so much. I get it now. Look, I don't want to point fingers, but some of us looked at Jenny's top 10, and we're like, 7 of these are harem shows. So, I mean, the guy's got a taste, you know? I haven't even finished Clannad. That's true. Clannad's not actually on his list. Clannad is like... It's good. You'll have a good time with it. Most people have a good time with it. And you might get bored because people are like, Season 1 is so much worse than Season 2. And I disagree. I think that they're both kind of equal quality. I don't think Season 2 will blow anyone's mind. There's one thing that's cool towards the end that's, like, cool, but it's like a very small arc of the last, like, 3 episodes. A lot of people are like, oh my god, this is so hype, you should wait for this last arc. I'm like, it lasts, like, 3 episodes. It's cool, but it's short. It's like, no one's gonna die for waiting for 3 episodes, yeah? I come and go lame. Clannad. If you like harems, it's probably for you. This is the most harem-y harem show ever. It does cool stuff, though. That's enough talking about Clannad. I talked way more about Clannad than I should have. Look, I only saw 12 episodes. I'm not going to be Mr. Harsh Guy. I do think that this is, even though I did not enjoy my time, and I didn't get bored because I was laughing so hard at how tropey it is. It is like, what is the most tropey fairy tale or story you can come up with? What is like the most fucking what is like, I don't even know, what is the most tropey thing in the world? A Jack and the Beanstalk. I don't know. I don't want to say Karate Kid because I like Karate Kid, but like that's like one of them. Rocky, maybe. Yeah, Rocky's like that's literally the closest analogy because it's a boxing show. What's like the most tropey thing ever? I don't know, man. Planes. Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Planes, the movie, the Pixar movie, Planes. Right? No, Karate Kid. Yeah, Karate Kid. I don't know. That's more of a hero's journey, but it's like tropey in a good way, like Planes or like Cars. Those movies, right? That is the first 12 episodes, and it's like, look, if you're using your time wisely, and there's a character that you like, then cool. But there's no character I like because they're all like, it's like, you know, Broske and I will argue all day about it, and I trust him that it does eventually go. But for a beginning, it did not lead the last 12 episodes, and the character is also kind of ugly. No offense, he's just ugly, and it's hard to look at times. It's the most tropey story I can think of. It's so bad it made me stutter and left him speechless. Even then, considering the fact that it is 1,000 volumes, I guess, chapters, there has to be some substance to it, right? Like, there's gotta be some. I'm gonna say underrated. I've never seen anyone talk about this except for Broske in like top 10 fucking best shows ever. Whatever Broske does. I don't know what Broske does. I don't even know what Broske does. But it's underrated. I'll give credit where credit's due. It has good foundation, and maybe once I break the mold of episode 12, which is the first arc, by the way, then maybe I'll see the glory in it. But at this point in time, it's just I don't know. Again, it's nostalgia talking. Okay, nostalgia will bias you to shit like Higurashi and Ippo, and there's another one that I forgot. There's another one on this FMA, and that's fine. But like as a modern viewer, it's not really doing anything for me. I want to get to my favorite already. Come on, get to my favorite. Come on. Oh my god, the randomizer. Oh my god, it landed on my favorite. Holy crap. I love Psyche. This is like the best show ever. And it might just appeal to me because I'm an asshole who thinks I'm better than everyone else. and especially in high school where everyone was a dumbass, I'm like, this is the perfect show for me. Where like everyone's fucking, I don't need to explain the show. Go watch it. It's great. I think like, I want to say underrated, but that might be a bit self-centered because like, I think it's underrated because I like it. I think it's fairly rated. I think that it's a niche audience, but it's a niche audience that's very passionate, and they're like, yeah, the Psyche run is amazing. I don't really see any hate, and it's because like there's nothing really to hate about Psyche. I think Psyche works. Psyche is the most unique in a sense that it is like cut into like 4-minute episodes. So it's like you can't really hate it because it's like 4 fucking minutes. It's like if you don't like it, just skip 4 minutes, I guess. And like there's nothing I really dislike about the show. It's also episodic, so it's like if you want to watch just funny sitcom, then go for it. It's weird because I'm always ranting about like, episodic versus serialized, and my favorite show ever is a fucking episodic show. So it's like it's kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. It tickles my funny bone. He gets in really stupid shenanigans, and everyone is just fucking dumbass, and I'm like, yeah, this is my life. Everyone's a fucking dumbass except me. I'm cool. The Planes movie is such an obscure comparison. I couldn't think of anything. I don't want to say Karate Kid, because Karate Kid is like tropey, but it's good tropey. Planes is like, I don't know. Okay, Planes is like underdog. I can't win the race. You can win the race. He wins the race. He beats the cocky asshole. Yeah, I did it. I won the race. That's Hajime no Ippo. Okay. Psyche's great. You're one of the more competent ones. Yeah, and I hope so. I hope so. No, I don't know. I mean, I could talk all day about how much I like Psyche, but at the end of the day, it's mocking so many different genres, and that is hilarious. It is mocking the superhero genre, the sports genre, the romance genre, the harem genre, the supernatural genre, the fucking school genre. it's just okay. It doesn't mock isekai, but like whatever. It mocks like a lot of them, and I'm like, this is hilarious. Even though I didn't know about like, the usual tropes, I could like make out what they are based on how the show was written, and I was like, this is genius. And everyone's just a dumbass. Yeah, Psyche is great. Go watch it. Fucking that's enough Psyche sucking up to now. Hunter x Hunter. This is iconic. This is like an iconic show, but holy shit, it's a little overrated. It's a little overrated. I'm not gonna lie. There is art to it. It's a really great shonen, okay? It's like, and it doesn't have one main character. It has 4, except one of them only shows up for one of the arcs, which is like the very first one, for like maybe an eighth. An eighth might be generous. Like a tenth of the screen time. He's only there for the first like 10, 13 episodes, and then he disappears. And then the second one is there for like the third arc, which is like pretty good. It's one of the best arcs, but it's like then he disappears. It's like what the heck? So we only got 2 guys. We only got the Gon and the Killua. And Gon, by the way, is a really shit name. Anyone named Gon is a loser. I just want to point that out. It's a joke, by the way. I love Gon. The voice actors are all great. This is like all-star voice actors. You have You have Matt Mercer for Leorio. You have I already forgot. Kurapika is I forgot her name, but she's the one who voices Aiba and Kyoko and An, so she's cool. You have Gon, who is I think Gon is... Oh shit, I don't know who Gon is. One of them is Christina V, who is Miraculous Ladybug Girl. I forgot her name, Marinette. And the other one is who's Gon? It's an important one. I think it's Chiaki. Is it Chiaki? I don't think it's Chiaki. Okay, whatever. It's like this is the most like all-star studded main characters. These are ones that I'm like, yeah, this is like all the all-stars, you know. We got all of them. Erica Hart, yeah, her. She's Kurapika. I don't remember who Gon is. Gon is an important one. I need to Google this. I don't remember who Gon is. Is Gon the one who voices the Kill la Kill girl? I think it is. I think Gon's the Kill la Kill girl. It's not loading. What the heck? Gon Freaks VA. It is the Kill la Kill girl. Okay, yeah. I hope she's a girl. She might be non-binary. I don't know. I might have offended her. It's great. You know, it's great. I knocked my thing on the table. It hurt. My problem with it is that these arcs are really fucking long. Some of these are really long, like 20, 30, 40 episodes. That's a long-ass time. And this might be a non-spoiler, but they end in the most anticlimactic ways possible. And it's intentional. But holy shit, if you're expecting like a big battle at the end, or I'm going to take these guys out one by one, or I'm going to win the tournament, or I'm going to be the best ever, you're not going to get that. And you're not going to get that to an extreme degree, because it intentionally ends in the most anticlimactic way possible each and every time, and it's actually kind of funny at how anticlimactic sometimes it ends. And it does it intentionally, okay? So, like, I have to give some stylistic credit. It is intentional, but holy shit, if you are going to be frustrated. Most people are going to be frustrated with it. I'm okay with it, but most people are going to be frustrated with it. It also has that problem where when there's a few characters, it's great, but when it introduces too many in the anime, maybe in the manga it's better, but in the anime it's like you don't know who the fuck half these people are. It's like, yeah. It's not great. And some arcs are really good. Some arcs are like okay, and some of them are like really bad. At least the bad ones are short. I'll give it that. At least the bad ones are short. And it doesn't really have an ending. It kind of ends, but like not really. I can't really judge it because I haven't even gotten there yet. I only got to the 4th arc and then I stopped, and I still haven't continued. I need to continue it. It's a good show. It's Tam's favorite, but like holy shit. Yeah, it's an older show, but I still like it. I still quite like it, even though it's older. It has a lot of charm. Like, granted, it might be because this was like one of my first, so maybe like because it was like the first shonen I saw, I was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest shonen ever. Maybe nowadays I'm like, it's kind of cliche. I don't know. We'll see. Why do you say? Oh wait. Oh god, Hunter x Hunter are very overrated. Okay, I need to justify why I put it overrated. It is like, I don't know. Should I put it very overrated? I'm like debating. Is that fair? I'm gonna put it slightly overrated. There are things. There's a lot more to like than I anticipated. But yeah. What's gonna be next? I'm not gonna talk about that one. I'm just gonna put it in extremely underrated, and we're gonna move on. Okay. It is very prison school is for perverts, but also it's funny, and like, you know, the perverts, they get their karma in the end. Okay, they get punished for being perverts, and it's just really stupid shenanigans, and it's like, it's okay. No, honestly I can't put it in. I have to put it in very underrated. If you're into like dicks and boobs and ass and farts and butts and poop and dominatrix and blood, this is your show, okay? It only has one season. No one, like, it got dropped after one season. It's very unpopular. I don't see any video. This is one of the few things where there's like pretty much no video essays out there on it. There's like some people want more, and even the manga. Apparently, the manga ends kind of badly. I'm not gonna judge the manga because I haven't seen it, but like, you know, but it's underrated. It's funny. Like, you'll have a good time. Like, it's more funny than Devil's a Part-Timer. That's for sure. You're a pervert though if you like this show. Like, you just have to admit that you're a fucking pervert. Okay. We know what you're thinking, JF. It's like, it's such a perverted show. Okay, it's such a perverted show. Yeah, if you like it, you're pervert. Attack on Titan! No, I'm singing the Hunter x Hunter theme song. No, that's the wrong thing. No, the Attack on Titan theme song is I just realized the lineup we have left. Oh god, this is a very controversial lineup we have left. Oh shit, we have such a controversial lineup left. That's so funny. Oh well. Including Prison School as well. Attack on Titan is... I love Attack on Titan, don't get me wrong. It's very overrated, though. Attack on Titan is so good, except I bet you that like 90% of the people that like it don't understand it. Okay? I understand it. No, that's not true. I don't fucking understand it. A lot of people that I talk to, they're like, Attack on Titan is one of my favorite shows that I didn't fucking understand. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. It's really confusing. It's a lot of politics at the end there, and it has a problem. It's not as big as MHA, where there's a shitload of characters, they don't really develop them. They do... Okay. There is a trio. The main trio. You got Armin, you got Mikasa, you got Eren. They're all developed. Okay, I'm not complaining about that. Then you got the pseudo trio, alright? You got the Connies and the Jeans and the... what's her name? Sasha is of the world. And it's like, you think that considering they are like in that main group, you think you would get some development. Just some. You get nothing. For so many fucking episodes. It's like, that's the main fucking friend group. You're not gonna develop them? Really? Like, the villains are like cool, but also you don't understand what they're saying half the time. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you watch the show, you're like, oh, it's cool because action, but also what the fuck is the story? I don't know what's going on. And maybe it's because I'm a dumbass, because there's a lot of like politics. And when it's talking about like politics and walls and stuff, I'm wondering, is this better explained in the manga? Because like, maybe it's like the Harry Potter movies, where if you read the books, it's like, oh, that makes sense. But if you watch the movies, it's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand half the shit because they didn't fucking explain it in the movies. And then there's the last season, which I used to hate, and now I'm like, it's okay, it's fine. Which I bet you turned away a lot of people. Right? A lot of people, I think it's divisive. I think it's The Last Jedi, where some people are like, this ending is great, and some people are like, this ending is fucking dog shit. I don't think it's dog shit. I don't think it's great. I think it's okay. It's fine. And a lot of people cosplay it and are fans of it, but I'm like, don't lie. You don't understand. You like the aesthetics of it. You don't understand it, and that's okay because I don't understand it either. The action's cool though. There's one arc that is consistently hyped as the greatest anime arc of all time, and I watched it and I was like, oh shit, they're right. This is one of the greatest of all time. It's great. I love it. It's a shame that after that they did the final season, and then after it got really confusing and messy and unfocused. And it focused on an entirely different fucking location with an entirely new... It's kind of like... We're going to get to it when we get to it, but it's kind of like Death Note, where after a certain point in Death Note, they introduced like... not a bajillion, but like a good amount of new characters, and you're like, what the heck? What the heck? This is so new. It's like, it comes out of nowhere. It's kind of like Breaking Bad, actually. Breaking Bad also does that. And maybe people like that. I know that the way Breaking Bad and Death Note did is kind of controversial, so maybe the way Attack on Titan did it is also controversial, but I just haven't seen it nearly as much. But I don't know. I think it's very overrated, even though it's one hell of a banger. I won't lie. If you like the show, I want you to explain the show to me, because I'm not convinced that you understand it. You have to convince me that you actually get the fucking plot, and you don't just like it because, oh, it's cool because they fight titans, and that's cool. It's like, I feel like whenever people talk about the show, they just talk about the action and not really the story, you know? That's a piping hot take. That's a piping hot take, okay? I don't know. I think that there's some shows that people like for the aesthetic, and AOT is one of them. He's so drunk. Fuck you. I'm taking it down with me.
We know no, he's dunking on himself too. That's what makes it better. Look, I'm the master. They call me the master of self-deprecation. All right, holy shit, I've been streaming for an hour. Jesus Christ, it's gonna be longer because some of these. Okay, I'm just gonna get Kotaro lives alone out of the way because that's like the only one that's probably not controversial. Well, there's a few others that I wouldn't think are, but you never know. People are crazy. Kotaro lives alone. Underrated. It's very cute. It's very cute. It's only 10. It's one of the shortest. It's only 10 episodes. It's probably only one season. It's 10 episodes. There's not a lot of characters. It's a very wholesome, small stakes, small scope story. I think people will watch it and be like, yeah, this is cool. I might not remember it in a few days because it's so short, but it's really cute. It's really, really sad. It's not even that sad. Like, people say it's really sad. It's not that. It's sad, but it's not that sad. It's like a 6 in the sad scale. You'll be okay. Kotaro Lives Alone. It's good. You go watch it. Why are you cursing at me, drunken? I'm not drunk. Fuck you. I asked you what the plot is for AOT. What do you say? I would say the plot for AOT is that they fight titans, and also there's government conspiracies, and good luck decipher. There's also like fucking family drama, and it's like good luck. Have fun. Good luck remembering half the names and half the plots and half the storylines, and also they don't develop like the friend group. They develop the 3 characters, but not the 3 other characters in the friend group, and that's what pisses me off. It's like, oh, we're friends. It's like, are we though? I don't really know you. AOT and MHA, both those shows really could use breathing time, where you just get few episodes. I'm not saying like a bajillion episodes, just like 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, where it's just the group hanging out, bonding, talking about their trauma, maybe doing small scale missions, and not the big scale save the fucking world missions, right? If it's just like, hey, look, you're cool. We're eating potatoes. Oh, I like mine baked. Oh, I like mine mashed. Oh, why? Because my dad used to mash these potatoes when whatever, right? These shows would benefit a lot if they just had time to breathe from the saving the world shit, right? If it just had time to breathe. I just realized the 2 shows at the opposite end. That's funny. That's gonna be funny. Psychopaths. This one is like this one is so fuck. This one is underrated. It's so good. It's so good. And like, I'm not gonna deny it is human Zootopia. And I know Daniel disagrees with that take, but it is literally human Zootopia, where it's like this girl cop and this guy cop, and they're finding like the prejudices in the world and working together, but they kind of hate each other, and they kind of, there's mysteries and conspiracy, and like the girl is really hot. It's like, this is Zootopia. Okay, and I like that. It is popular. People like it. It's also like an anime exclusive, so there's no manga, so that helps a lot because it's not really leaving anything out. But like, it's like people talk about it, but they don't talk about it. And there is a season that came out recently as well. It's one of those things where it comes out like every like 3, 4, 5 years. I think there was one that happened relatively recently. It hasn't been dubbed yet. And I know there's like 3 movies, so like it is good enough to have 3 seasons and 3 movies, despite being a thing that doesn't even have a manga. That's impressive, right? This show's so good. Like every show on this list that doesn't originate from a manga is like so much better because it's not leaving any context out. There's no context to leave out, and I think that's great. Psychopaths, go watch it. Go give it a watch. Give it some love. I have a crush on the protagonist. That's not a secret. She's Judy Hopps, basically. So yeah, there has to be a way to market these animes to others. Psychopaths is so good, so fucking good. It's like sci-fi Zootopia. Yeah, that's my pitch. If you like sci-fi Zootopia, you'll fucking love Psychopaths. 6 left. What's it gonna be? Okay. I forgot Odd Taxi's in that. I keep forgetting Odd Taxi's in this, man. Okay, we're gonna get to Odd Taxi just so that we get like these 5 controversial ass shows out of the way. No, 6. It's actually 6. Odd Taxi is extremely. Odd Taxi is the show that I'm like, they talk. This is organic conversations. This is how people talk. They talk about random fucking shit. They have non sequiturs. The guy is just so done with everything, but he's not an asshole, and he's not like smarter than anyone. In fact, he's actually like, oh, okay, I don't know. He's like relatively smart. He's a walrus as well, which is cool. They're all animals. This one is Zootopia. This one is kind of Zootopia, actually. This one's closer to Zootopia. It's kind of like Bacano, where there's a shitload of characters, but there's also like one main character. But also, it's not out of order. It is in order. And it will make sense
and things intertwine, but not as much as you'd think. Right? I think a lot of people are like, oh, everything will make sense in the end. Most things will intertwine, but not everything. There's a mystery going on, and it is like not a mystery that's obvious. It's something that like with dialogue you could probably piece it together, but it's not like a super like a race. A race is a very obvious mystery, right? Like it's not. It's weird because it's not trying to be a mystery, but it's also a good mystery, right? It's despite the show not really trying. So that's impressive. Dialogue's great. Story's great. Main character is pretty great. This is like the one show that I'm like, yeah, the main character's pretty. Other than Psyche, it's like the Walrus guy is like, yeah, I like that main character. He's cool. He's probably my favorite. You know, he's a walrus. Walruses are cool. I am walrus. Yeah, go watch it. It's 12 episodes as well. Like, yeah, I mean, animation's a little like it looks a bit old, but it's like, you know, it's like the cute shows you watch. No, it's a cute animation you watch when you're on like the subway in Japan. You're going on a train, you see like little animals. You're like, yeah, this is a taxi. A taxi. Vroom, vroom. Beep beep beep. Oh wait, Daniel uploaded. What did Daniel upload? What is this? It's like Clue. Oh shit, he uploaded like Clue. That's cool. Sorry, I'm distracted right now. Stupid walrus jokes. I watch it legally. What are you talking about? I watch my shows fucking legally as fuck. Legally Blonde. Okay. Death Parade. Death Parade is a show that people say is the most hype shit ever, and I won't deny that there are some really good episodes. There's no bad episodes, but I just think that it is not setting up for a season 2 while also setting up for a season 2. It's like, it's one of those shows where it's like, we're gonna leave it off here, but also we'll leave you a bajillion sequel hooks, but also we'll leave it off here. But it's like, then why are you saying the sequel hooks? Don't have the fucking sequel hooks. Maybe it's like a just in case we want to do season 2, we'll have something, but it's like, then don't do that. Don't spend so much time with the sequel hooks if you know you're not gonna make a sequel. It's not Death Note. Like people are like, oh, it's basically Death Note. No, it's not. It's not. It's so different from Death Note. It's cool concepts. It's cool supernatural stuff. But good luck liking any character because, like, there are not that many characters. It's really dark, but it's not that dark. It's like I think it's overrated. Like, people talk, like, I don't know why, but people in my college love this show. I've talked to some teachers who will just randomly bring up this show. Like, maybe it's a very, like, religious sort of experience where if you really like the show, it's gonna be, like you can't stop thinking about it, even though there's not really a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about. I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, I'm a good person. So I'm like, I'm a good person. But these people are, I might be a bad person, or maybe I'm a good person. So I like Death Parade. It's about, like, you know, right and wrong and moral stuff. And that's cool. I think it's overrated, though. Like, it's good, but it's not that good. It's not like, you know, it's not like something to write home about. And it's not that long either. But it's good because it's not long. I don't know. It's kind of like how the show is like a balance of good and evil. This show is like a balance of, like, stuff. It's like aesthetics, like 7 out of 10. You know, story 7 out of 10. Morals 7 out of 10. Characters 7 out of 10. It's like 7 out of 10. I watch my animes legally. I download the. Shh. Netflix is being slow. I was talking about Netflix. Oh god. Okay, where are we? We're almost done. What is next? Okay. Fairly rated. People love this show. It's a great show. Fairly rated. It's a very fairly rated show. Cowboy Bebop. It is something that I think got a lot of love back then. Still gets a lot of love now. Very fairly rated. A lot of people like the show. Music's great. This is like the one show where the music is part of the story, even though it's not really part of the story. Like, it just has that jazzy sort of feel. Very classic. It's like, I say this, I've only seen like 3 90s shows, but it's like the one like 90s-ish show where I'm like, yeah, this is something I'd watch. Like, there are a lot of like older shows like Sailor Moon or I don't know. Actually, I don't know. People recommend it. I'm like, it's too old for me. I'd rather watch something newer. And maybe it's because I talked to older people back in the day. But this is like the 190 show that I like. Daniel recommended it to me, and Daniel's like younger than me, but it's cool. You're a very good person. Well done for not being a malicious asshole. I don't know what to say. It's very fairly rated. I think people love it. I hate Shea Frillis. I don't hate Shea Frillis. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't hate Shea Frillis. Like, sometimes I will muscle enough courage to watch a Shea Frillis video, and I saw his anime, which actually is what inspired this whole series to begin with, where I talk about anime, And yeah, no, he said a lot of good things about a lot of these shows. The one time where I put Cowboy at the top of the tier list, you know, okay, Genesis, it is just BoJack, but because there's no jokes that's like, haha, Mariah Carey, haha, Leonardo DiCaprio, you don't like it. Because, yeah, no, because you just like Hollywood jokes, I guess. You're like, oh, I recognize that. That's from the Avengers. I like the Avengers. I don't know. Got shocked that you put it fairly rated before I got just with interesting things. No, it's literally just BoJack Horseman. It is literally just BoJack Horseman. I don't know what you're talking about. It isn't even close. Yeah, because there's no animals in it. That's why it's not close. There's no... Oh, there's an animal in it. It's not true. BoJack the horse, BoJack the horse. I don't even want to argue with this guy. He likes Toradora. What is he? I also like Toradora. I don't know why I threw Toradora under the bus. I like Toradora. It's quite good. Does Toradora have any Hollywood jokes? No, but that's because, like, you like... Genesis, I like boobs. I don't want boobs in all my shows, you know? You know? Boobs in all my shows. I like it when it's in a show, but not like if it's too much. Like Prison School, that's too much. Moving on. What is next? We're gonna do... Oh dear lord. Okay. My Hero Academia. Look, I don't know where to put it. I don't know where to put My Hero Academia because it gets a lot of hate, but it also gets a lot of love. It's one of those shows where... Okay, I heard that MHA fans are like the most depraved people on earth, and I kind of don't see that because I don't really talk to them, and also I got into it when it was kind of dead. There was no season going on. Like, I kind of get it because the characters are like on the younger side, and you know, there's a lot of fetishization. And to be fair, that's kind of in a lot of Japanese shows. But also, this one is a very popular Japanese show, so maybe because it's so popular, it's like it's a lot coming all at once, right? That being said, it is like kind of a subversion of the superhero genre, kind of, not really. Sometimes it plays it straight, but like, you know, there's some really weird fucking superheroes. I don't know, like I said earlier, there are too many goddamn characters, and like it develops an okay amount, more than Assassination Classroom, where Assassination Classroom was like maybe 3-4 characters, but this one was like, you know, they develop like 6, 7, 8. Sometimes they get time in the spotlight, but other times they don't. And like when they do smaller stuff, like there's a school festival arc that I think is the greatest thing ever because they have superpowers, but it's not like the main focus, right? They're not trying to save the world or anything. They're just doing mundane school shit, and I think that's great. Exploring this world of what it means to be a high schooler who has superpowers and all that stuff, right? I think that this show is really quite good when it wants to be good. When it wants to be something larger than life, like, oh, we gotta save the world, we gotta pull a fucking Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. I don't know, maybe not One Piece. I haven't seen the shows. Pokemon, kind of save the world shit, then it's like, I don't like this. Just focus on the charm of, like, it's like The Incredibles. Like, that's great. But you have superpowers, you're a kid, you know, you don't know what you're doing yet, you're still discovering yourself, that's really great. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like I would like the show a lot more if it wasn't all saving the world. Like, you could have saving the world, but that stuff takes way too much goddamn time. And there's so many, like, war stuff going on, it's like, can we just be kids? Can we just have fun and play sports and shit? That's great. Overrated animes have infamously toxic fandoms, but underrated animes have little to nothing, yeah. I don't know where to put this, because I think it's underrated, but I also think, because like, it gets a lot of hate, and it gets an obsessive amount of love, but also, I'm going to put it fairly rated. I think people see the flaws. I think people see the good in it, people see the bad in it, people acknowledge that the fandom is shit, but the competent people are competent. I'm going to put fairly rated. And I know that might be a hot take. I know people might put it in overrated, because, like, it is a massive fucking fandom. But when I was there in 2023, it was dead, and it was silent, and it was peaceful. So maybe I'm biased to when I watched it, right? Yeah, MHA fairly rated. I don't know, just yeah, develop more fucking characters, please. And like, it can't because it's ending, but like, still, that'd be nice. All right, three very interesting last ones. Three like, kind of like similar vibes, honestly. You know what? Let's randomize this. What should we do first? Should we do or let's see. 2. Steins Gate. Oh boy. I love Steins Gate. I fucking love Steins Gate. But I'm not gonna kid myself. It is very overrated. I'm not gonna kid myself, man. I think a lot of people, when they recommend the show, they're like, watch the show, but please dodge the first 12 episodes. Not dodge, but like, it will be very slow for the first 12 episodes, and it will get better afterwards. Both of those sentences are wrong, because the first 12 episodes are extremely slow. It's not like, oh, I can do it. I'm used to slow stuff. No, it is extremely fucking slow. It is not awful, but it is very slow. Like, I was watching it at like 2 times speed, and it was still super slow. But secondly, on the other hand, friends, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something important. It was something really important, and I already forgot. I'm blanking. No, Steins Gate is like, excuse me. The payoff is good, but it's not great. It is satisfying. It is dark. It is fun, but it's a little formulaic. And I like it because I like the characters. I like all the main cast. I love the protagonist. He's so... I like that. I love the voice actor. I love the character. It's so great. I like the girls. They're cute and great and fun. But it's kind of the Persona 4 problem. I say Persona 4 as if I played Persona. I played Persona 4. It's kind of what's a good example? Why did I say Persona 4? That's not what I meant. Persona 5 kind of. It's like that thing where it's like a friend group, but the friend group doesn't really talk to the friend group. It's just the protagonist talking to the people, but the people don't talk to the people, right? He talks to his friends, but his friends don't talk to each other. So it's kind of disjointed, where it doesn't feel like a friend group. It feels like one guy, he's like the glue keeping it together, and he's cool. He's a cool guy. But like, you know, I love Steins Gate. It's one of my favorites, but man, it is a bit overrated. And that's weird because like I think it's considered niche. It's popular, but it's like nichely popular. Yeah, I mean, I see people cosplay it. It's cool. Whenever I see people cosplay, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, no, I mean, like, if you expect like a masterpiece, you're not gonna get it. But the characters are great. So yeah, very overrated. I love it. Very overrated though. I think that's fair. Another good anime held back by generic plot. I don't think the plot's generic. Okay, it is hurt because I come from a place in time where I played all the Zero Escape games, right? So that's not a spoiler to say this is a time travel show. This is very obviously a time travel show. And maybe also because, and this is like a really weird comparison, but also Rick and Morty. Because that one really pushed the limits of sci-fi shit. This is like more like early 2000s sci-fi shit. Maybe 2010s, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I recommend this show, but if people are like, this show is so slow, it's so boring, and when it got to the good stuff, it was like, that was okay, I'll be like, yeah, that's fair. It's very overrated, but it's very overrated with a heart from me. I love you, Steins Gate. Last one, I have one of the most, I don't even know what to call these two. These feel like polar opposites. They're probably not, but they feel like polar opposites, even though they're absolutely not. I don't know how to describe it. They're just, all right. Chainsaw Man. Oh god, we're gonna end with Death Note. Seriously. Okay. BoJack and Rick and Morty in one video. Yeah, they call me Shay Frillis. I mean, so what? Doofenshmirtz, Perry the Platypus, Sharktail, Undertale. I don't hate Shay Frillis. Chainsaw Man. Okay. I've ranted a lot about Chainsaw Man, and I'm gonna get my thoughts out of the way here. Chainsaw Man is the most overrated shit ever. I say shit, it's not bad. I don't know why I said shit. It's overrated. It's competent, but it's overrated. It's so fucking... And that might be because my experiences are tainted, where there was Halloween, there was like 5 different fucking Makimas, and then... This is last Halloween, by the way. And then earlier this week, 2 weeks ago maybe, we were talking about comics in a seminar, and then these people are like, Chainsaw Man! Chainsaw Man! And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, you probably saw the manga, which is fine. Okay, I'm not gonna diss the manga. I don't know the manga. I'm not gonna diss the manga. I think it's like close to being done anyway, so I'm not gonna diss that. But the show, it is like, it feels like around episode 8 or 9 or 10, we're like, yes, we have a stable group of friends. They're gonna go on missions together. They're gonna go on adventures together. This is the start. This is the start of the season. It's so exciting. And then the show ends, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You gave me... I'm not gonna wait 2 years for this shit. You made me wait 2 years for like 33% of season 1. Give me where's the rest of it, bitch? Give me the rest of it. And it's like, I don't know. Like, again, this is like one of those shows where I'm like, people like it for the aesthetic. Okay, I see the intro, and I'm like, yeah, you got the Big Lebowski. You got The Godfather, you got Pulp Fiction, you got Reservoir Dogs. This is all stuff I recognize. This is awesome. I love those movies. And then it's like, it's like, what happened? We just ended. Like what like this is kind of the DC All Stars problem that I've been ranting about. Okay, like in a few years when there is season 1, season 2, season 3, and I can watch them all in a row, I'll probably be like, yeah, that was great. But as someone who's never seen the manga and has no intention of seeing the manga, and I see how excited people are, and then season 1 ends, and it feels like we're just getting started, it's like, what the fuck? Can we end more naturally, please? Just a little, like 5% more naturally, please. Donate on Chainsaw Man. It's so goofy and related. Look, I don't know. I don't want to judge the manga. I haven't read it. Maybe people have valid reasons for like. It's a cool start. Okay, but like you're going on a 2-year hiatus or whatever. Finish the fucking show, and who knows? Maybe in 2 years the fandom will be dead. Probably not, because it's fucking obsessive and shit. But it's probably gonna be dead in 2 years. Spy Family died in 1 year. So I don't know if Chainsaw Man will last. I'm gonna Google when is Chainsaw Man season 2. I'm googling this shit. Chainsaw Man season 2. Oh shit! Is there no confirmed season 2? Are you kidding me? There's a movie apparently. Holy shit! There's no confirmed season 2. That is. I see. Chainsaw Man season 2 is almost here, and it's dated November 2023, like over a year, almost a year ago now. Are you serious? There's no season 2? Are you kidding me? Sorry, my Filipino accent escaped there for a bit. What the heck? No way. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no confirmed season 2 yet. Oh my god. Well then, I will adjust this when season 2 comes out, but at the moment they ended the fucking show in the most anticlimactic way possible, so I think Extreme Overrated is fair, as someone who's only seen the anime. They treat their enemies so well now. I don't know. Chainsaw Man's... yeah, no. Okay. I want you to imagine, what is a show... yeah, what is a show people like? What is a show that, like, a lot of people like? Let's see, I don't know. Okay, MHA. Imagine if MHA season 1 was just Deku trying to get into the school, and in episode 11 is he meets his classmates, and in episode 12 is like... no, like, he doesn't meet the classmates, he just knows their names, he knows their powers. And episode 12 is like, they go on like one like tiny mission, and then the season ends. It's like, what the fuck, we just got started! What do you mean your season ends? What do you mean it's over? Oh god. That and One Punch Man are probably my 2 hottest takes. I still like them. Okay, I'm not gonna say I don't like them. I still like them, but it's like, that's enough ranting about Chainsaw Man. We gotta move on to the last one. Death Note. I love Death Note, and at one point it was my number 1. It's not my number 1 anymore, because I saw the flaws in it. It's good. It's great. It's epic. It's awesome. But holy shit, there are some big fucking flaws. Like the last 33% is not bad, but it's not good either. In any other show, it would be like a 7 out of 10, but since the first 66% was like a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, it feels like a big drop. It's objectively not a big drop, but it feels like one, because it was peak, and now it is slightly less peak. The ending is great, but it like same with AOT, it introduces too many new characters out of the blue, and like I won't deny it's iconic, but like, man, it's a little overrated. I think when people say Death Note is the greatest anime ever, it's my favorite, they're ignoring the last third, and that's valid. I think you can ignore it if you want. Like, that is, it's a good, it's like Promised Neverland. You can just forget about the non-existent season 2. There is no season 2. I don't know what you're talking about. But when people say Death Note is like peak, I'm like, you're conveniently ignoring the last 12 episodes of the season. Let's not kid ourselves here. It was peak, and now it's still good, it's still excellent, but it's not nearly as peak. Makes me think of Persona 5's long ass tutorial. Okay, imagine if Persona was like, I don't think Persona is a good analogy. No, never mind. It's not an analogy. I don't know. Like, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, Chainsaw Man is like that's the definition of like people like it for the aesthetic. The intro is banger. Same with JoJo, but I haven't seen JoJo, so I can't really judge. I feel like that's like an aesthetic show where people look at the aesthetics and they're like, "Yo, this is awesome," and then they see it. No, okay, that's less awesome. Like, I don't know. I don't want to judge a show I haven't seen. I don't want to judge it. But yeah. You maintain your streak of good anime takes. Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I don't know if you've seen everything everything you've seen. You have a lot of free time. I just finished like 5-6 hours of work. Okay, I deserve to chill for an hour and a half. But yeah, that's my list. Hopefully, y'all like it. I had a lot of fun, a lot of rambling, a lot of drunken ramblings, even though I'm not drunk. I think it's a good list. The fair ones are all ones that I'm like, I'm gonna rank them not in order of how I think they're overrated, but in order of how much I personally enjoy them, unrelated to the overratedness. So Spy Family, obviously my favorite. This one, Akame ga Kill's at the bottom, obviously Chainsaw Man. So so extremely overrated is like is like my second favorite, and also like my 4 least favorites, which is kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Look, I love Spy Family. I can't deny it is overrated. Let's try that. That's about right. Higurashi's here. Yeah, Higurashi's there. What's this one? Akudama Drive. Okay, that goes down there. That's true. Hunter. I quite liked Hunter. Akudama Drive. Just a new Death Note I love. I like this more. I don't have the list on me, so maybe this is gonna be slightly inaccurate, but like, you know, my mood is, we're human beings, our moods are always ever changing, as you may recall. I actually like Akudama Drive less than I thought. I can do a theme song ranking, but I don't remember half the theme song, so that's gonna be a problem. Maybe if I have like a playlist. What is this one? Oh, it's Delicious in Dungeon. Okay. This one, I'm not gonna rank this one. This one I haven't seen. Ah, no, I can't put it back. I can't put it back. Oh well. Am I sexist? I might be sexist. I have to consider if I'm sexist or not. I don't think I am, but I don't know. Maybe I am. It's Toradora. I like Toradora. He was cute. He was cute. Yeah, okay. So there we go. This is overrated, underrated, and also like the orders you see is like how much I like it out of all of them. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, see, like my second favorite is like extremely overrated, and my third favorite is extremely underrated, and my absolute favorite is fairly rated. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oh man, how is everyone? Hello, Emma's, Shaki, Charlotte. This is a spooky stream. How you managed to watch? I watched a lot. Yeah, I watched like a lot. Welcome, Emma's. You managed to catch the end. No, you're not sexist. Broske is sexist. Before we go, I am gonna show you guys some quick shenanigans. If it loads. No, I'm looking at currently watching. Oh my god, it's only Friday? I have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off? This is awesome. I didn't realize it was Friday. I thought it was not Friday. That's not a good one. That's weird. So next time I see you will be December or November. I was considering doing the ranking, but I was like, already wasn't that long ago. I'll save it for like November, December. I've watched a lot so far. I've watched 7. Well, actually it's 9 now. 9 things. I'm gonna rank these all next time. And then also on the plan to watch list, here is the list still. This one I've seen. This is some of them I talked about today. Which is very exciting, you know. It's very, very exciting. They've watched so many goddamn things because I'm a nerd. Buddy Daddies is the other one. So yeah, what? You know what? Let's leave it to the randomizer. I'm not gonna watch whatever this lands on immediately next because I already am dedicated to watching a horror anime this Halloween, and I'm currently watching The Great Pretender, so it won't be that either. Tokyo Ghoul is what I plan to watch, and Great Pretender is what I'm currently watching. So this will be like the third, the next time. I'll be watching this next time. 39. Talentless Nana, okay. I don't know what that is, but that will be what... Oh, it's another Quinny Wreck. Okay, sounds good. Talentless Nana. Is it in English? Does it have a dub? It has a dub, I think. Does it have a dub? Okay, so I will be watching Talentless Nana. Assuming it has a dub. I'm sorry, I'm a casual who requires dubs. I'm sorry. It seems to be in Japanese, but it does have a dub. It's just named in Japanese. Okay. Yeah, Talentless Nana, that's next. After Halloween, after spooky season. Goodbye, everybody! I'll see you guys.